it on too early.
Good evening and welcome to round 13 of the Women's Supa-Liga. We've got a big contest on our hands tonight. The West Coast Cobras taking on Perth United Futsal Club. Both sides looking to solidify their positions as we head towards the business end of the season. The Cobras are coming into this game sitting in 4th place on the ladder, looking to bridge the gap at the top 3 as they have a chance here. Can't squeeze it through. Perth United, on the other hand, they'll be desperate to climb out of 6th and find the form that saw them battle to a gritty 4-all draw against Perth earlier this season. If they can have a similar game to that here tonight, they'll have a chance against the Cobras, who are a strong lineup. There's a shot, just goes wide. The last time that these two teams met, it was in round 5, and the West Coast Cobras got the 7-0 victory down at Port Kennedy, and they'll be looking for a dose of the same here tonight against United, as they are already moving the ball around quite well, and United holding a strong defence. Cobras getting off that early shot, but weren't able to finish. And this is some nice movement. They might be able to get a shot off here on the left. Good pass. United still holding strong defensively. Shot blocked, and it'll be cleared away. Kept in there by the Malera. Almost turned over. It is turned over. The Cobras still with an opportunity. Can they get a shot off? They can, but the block made.
Walk. Slow it down. Pull something. Pull something.
That goes out into touch, and it should be a Cobras ball. It is.
Run a block. No, it's okay.
There's a long ball, not threatening though. Should still end up with the Cobras though, big chance, and that's high.
Mark up, straight away, 1 inch. Up, Stella, up.
Now off go United. Here's Malero. Receives it from Elias, tries to squeeze it through to her again, loses it. Counter attack, 2-on-2 now for the Cobras. Going down that far flank, nice defense. Ball stays in slightly. Cobras still maintaining possession. 2-on-1, does well. And that ball just out of the reach. It will now be a keeper's ball.
Mark up nice and early. Crop off to make them play. Crop up enough to make them play. Tighten it front.
As United will now bring it out of defence.
Well done.
Chance, and that was a big opportunity that goes begging just wide. Not a whole lot off, but couldn't quite finish.
In front, win it. Well done. Stella.
That ball stays in. That's brilliantly controlled and cleared away there by Malero, forcing the corner.
Play. Stella, I want you shooting. Stella, you shoot. Is that a timeout? Early? No.
Looks like the timeout seemed to be called, but it wasn't. Looks like just a bit of a malfunction with the sound system. And that will be a goalkeeper's ball.
Push on Emma. Push on her higher. Yep. Soak the Stella in front.
There's a long ball. Can it end up with United? Malero's there. That's off her head. Stays in. Cobras trying on the counter. Hocking. Out to Jimenez. Jimenez receives again. Tries to squeeze it through to Hocking, who gets that last touch. Malero, wearing the captain's armband today, ends up with it. Elias out to the far flank, and that goes out, and that's a Cobras ball. Now the Cobras look to build. They're very strong in their ball movement. They have been all season. As I mentioned, currently sitting in 4th, and they'll look to build on that position here tonight. They kept a clean sheet the last time they came up against United in that 7-0 victory. Can Perth United break the Cobras' defensive line early in this game? We'll find out. So far, they haven't been able to get any meaningful shots off. It's been all Cobras.
Hey, Stella,
but the score still
Stella, don't take it.
0-all.
You've got a better shot than people. Don't take it. Slow it down. One of you on a block, the other shoot.
In this game, keep an eye on Stella Zampogna for the West Coast Cobras. She's been really strong this season with 9 goals in there. That ball goes straight across to the back post, but no one there. Stella Zamponia has had a great season, so like I said, keep your eye on her. For Perth United, Emmy Elias has also had a great summer season with 7 goals and 4 assists. And there she is, held on the way through, and she will win herself a foul. And on comes Chloe McGlynn for Perth United with a chance to break through the Cobras' defence. And I'll see what they can build here. There's long ball, and that's saved there by Annie Farrell, playing in goals tonight for the Cobras. That's a nice turn into the middle. Off go the Cobras, they should get a chance here. Great shot, that would have gone in, but at that near post, brilliant effort in goals to thwart that away.
Hey EJ, can we get involved with a block, yeah? Try and get involved so you're helping out. Standing in space isn't going to help the team. Well done. Better timing, could have played it.
Ball goes through, McGlynn gets a touch and another save there at the near post for the second time in the space of a couple moments.
EJ gets the block, you play the ball.
We will run through the team lineups very shortly as well when they do come through. There's a corner, another shot, and that's going to go straight into that back left corner, but not on target for the Cobras.
When we have the ball, you have a sub. When we have the ball, follow her, follow her, follow her, follow her.
Here's a long ball. And that will be last off the Cobras. And it will be a United possession.
One each, top.
This will be taken here by Shauna Slattery. Slattery inboard and straight past everyone, through everyone somehow. No one touches that. That's into touch, and that's a Cobras ball. And now the Cobras moving the ball well again. Tried to squeeze it through, ended up getting it through Slattery, who got a boot onto it. United, they've been defending for the majority of this game, but they've done it well, and they are still in it. Still no goal scorers in this game. Cobras with a chance here, though, to break that deadlock. Here's a shot on the right, and almost finished, and again a near post save in goals.
Number three.
Rachel Wilson in goals has been strong tonight, made 3 big saves.
Someone block the far post runner if we're doing number 3. Make sure it's a good flick.
Chance there, blocked.
Pass. Next one. Stella, show here.
Here's Zamponia. Zamponia high ball and just out of the reach of her intended target. Now Wilson will bring it at a goal. She has McGlynn. Decides to go to Hocking, who uses McGlynn. Great ball, puts it out in front of her in stride. McGlynn now can't get it to that back post. But that was a great ball there by Hocking. Created space for McGlynn to run onto. That's a good ball. Here's Zamponia, and in comes the defence by Hocking.
Hey, Stella, don't take it. I want you shooting. EJ, just be the balance. A little bit more to your right, just in case it rebounds.
Zamponia with a shot blocked by Hocking.
Stella, get a run up.
Zamponia again, and that one goes high.
One each.
And Wilson will bring it out of goals. It's been a good start to this game. No goal scorers yet, but the Cobras have had all the opportunities. And we have seen a lot of chances against United, and they defended pretty well all season, and they've seemingly found ways to score on the counter-attack. And that's what they'll be trying to do here tonight. It's going to be hard to possess this ball against this Cobras lineup, as the Cobras get a chance here, and that's a shot, and fumbled by Wilson, but manages to get it on the second grab. Now McGlynn on that far flank, great ball inside, finds Hocking, And in comes Zamponia. Defensively does well.
And no, get ready as well. You're going to come on Asia. Step out, Asia. Step out, Asia. Yeah, let it run.
There's a long ball from Elias, and I think he expected the run there from Scambulary, but didn't get it. And the Cobras will steady the game down again and get back to their possession game. This is some nice movement. What a play this would be, and just couldn't quite get anything onto that last shot.
Let's switch on early.
But that 2 to 3 pass combination was electric. Just couldn't quite get the finish. Long ball will end up back with Farrell. This is some good movement again. Straight into the middle. Now a chance. McGlynn though gets that crucial boot in at that last moment. And that's lost, and that's a United ball. Scambulary can take off quickly. Elias has McGlynn, uses McGlynn. That's a good ball. Now a chance for United. Slattery ends up out with Hocking. Shot blocked by the Cobras. Still a chance for Hocking. Gets it to Slattery, and that's easy pickings there for Farrell. Here's a chance. They've got all sorts of space here on that close flank. Can they get a shot off? No, McGlynn gets there, clears it away. The Cobras still will retain possession. Can they get a shot off now? They can, but it's way high.
Come on.
And United
Come on. Shelby, you've got to drop outside.
will get another chance to build a play here.
Follow Shelby the whole way.
Will be taken by Wilson. Goes long to Malero. Can Malero control it? Ends up being intercepted. Ends up back with McGlynn now. McGlynn, good ball through to Malero. She's been really good, McGlynn, with her distribution. Now a shot by Scambulary, and that's just wide. For a moment it looked in, but caught side netting. But United getting a few opportunities here on the counter-attack, building a bit of momentum. But the Cobras will be happy now to steady the play again. There's 13 minutes to go, just under, in this first half of futsal, in the first of 3 games here on your Friday night. That ball's turned over. Hocking on the counter-attack, and they're doing the counter-attack play again well. Chance for Hocking, and she finishes. No! Big save by Farrell. And there's a shot that goes straight over the head of everyone. Hocking squeezes it through, almost deflects in. Counter-attack now for the Cobras. This is a 3-on-2. Out wide to her right, McGlynn easily picks that one off. As the timeout will be called by John Goodlich, and the West Coast Cobras will be back with you in just a minute.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week, Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
And we are back, and the team sheets have come in now, so I will run you through the team sheets. A bit late, but for the evening. For the West Coast Cobras, it's Crystal Brook, number 22, EJ Silver, 8, Sophia Papalia, number 5, Shelby Cochran, number 4, Stella Zamponia, 14, Annie Farrell in goals, number 1. As the Cobras get back underway, Sarah Rinieri, here's a big chance for the goal straight out of the timeout.
Shoot!
And that one's high and wide. Sarah Ranieri, number 3. Rika Ballistock, number 41. Melissa Shepherd, number 10. Rounding out the Cobras lineup. And forward Perth United, Emma Elias, number 8. Chloe McGlynn, 9. Maria Malero, number 12. Claudia Hocking, 6. Gina Camilla Jimenez, 3. Jessie Marlim, 15. Alicia Scambiluri, number 25. Shauna Slattery has a chance again for the Cobras, but it looks like, well, they will keep possession in fact, but managed to be cleared in the end by United. Shauna Slattery, as I mentioned, number 33. Nicola Raya, number 17. And Rachel Wilson in goals, number 16. And that is both teams' lineups for the evening, and the Cobras get play back underway. There's Brooke, squeezes it through, does well, finds Cochrane, who loses it, ends up back with Brooke almost, it does now. Who gets it to Shepherd. Shepherd with a nice turn, still going. Melissa Shepherd, big block made there. I think that came off of Jimenez, as the Cobras will reset and try to build again. There's Brooke. Brooke finds Ranieri. Back to Brooke, but the connection wasn't there, and it's going to be a United ball.
Get in front of her, in front.
And here is Wilson to bring it back into play. Long ball over the head of all of her teammates. Ends up now back with Cochrane, who overruns it. Turnover though. Cobras now with a chance. Shepherd loses it. Now big chance, pouncing onto it. Maria Malero, and out comes Farrell, beating Malero to the ball. Clears that away, ball stays in. Almost a turnover, it is a turnover. Marlim retreats all the way back. McGlynn tries to squeeze that through to Malero, but nice defence there by the Cobras through Ranieri. Malero, nice idea trying to find Jimenez. Ends up back with the Cobras. Brooke under pressure, and have United one possession, they haven't. Brooke will keep. Brooke goes to Cochrane. Now Zampogna, good ball through, finds Shepherd, back to Zampogna. Zampogna goes down, and now a chance on the counter for United. Marlim put it too far in front of McGlynn, ends up with the Cobras on the counter. Big save by Rachel Wilson. And Wilson has had a huge impact so far early, really keeping United in the game. The corner will now be taken by the Cobras, and there's a shot, and that's wide. And United will start again through Wilson. And you'd think that the Cobras have had the majority of possession and passing in this game. And that's a brilliant set piece. Set play. Ends up with Farrell though in goals. Shot by Malero, block made, but that was a great bit of run on that far flank. Great connection by United, and they've shown a bit in this game so far here tonight, coming in as the underdogs. Shot there by Marlim, and that wasn't that far off. Just wide left of the goal. And the Cobras will reset. Here's Shepherd. Shepherd tries to squeeze it through, ends up finding Zampogna. Can't get a shot off. Great defence there by Jimenez. And that'll go into touch, and that's a Cobras ball.
Get a shot, back post run, Mel.
Shot there, saved by Wilson on the second grab.
Drop off. Drop back, Mel, come on, come on.
And now the Cobras on the counter. Goes out.
Straight away, who's on who? Talk, Rachel, come on. Who's on the sub? Well done, good communication.
This will be brought in by United. Chance, that's a good run by Marlin. It goes out. And the Cobras reset. Looking to build. Here is Zampogna. This is a nice movement on the broadcast flank. Does it stay in? It just manages to.
Just ball
This is nice. Silva was involved there. Shot by Zamponia. It squeezes through. And the Cobras get the first of the evening. 1-0 the lead. And finally, the Cobras get that breakthrough goal that they've been looking for.
From kickoff,
You'll see on that replay, there it is. Squeezed it through. Just getting past Wilson.
Just step out, Stella.
Now United will need to bounce back. Almost a turnover there. And the turnover will be won by the Cobras. It's Farrell. Farrell to Silva. Zamponia, dangerous, ends up back with Silva. Zamponia might end up with this again. Can she get a shot off on the left? She can, but couldn't curl it around enough.
Get goal side, Stella. Follow, Sophia.
Here's a long ball. Jimenez, good ball into the middle. Ends up with Malero. Now Hocking, received it from Marlim. Tries to go long. No one would have been there, so not a bad result. It ends up off of Zaponia and back with Claudia Hocking. He goes long down the line. Does it stay in? Looks like it was just out before it reached Maria Malero. Papalia. Off to Silva. Back to Papalia. Balatsok. Takes off down the line, does well. And that'll be, it was good defence by United, but the Cobras keep the ball. They'll bring it in from touch. There's Papalia, great ball. Chance for the Cobras, can they keep it in? No. And you'd think that's going to be a United ball. Last off of EJ Silva. On comes Araya for United. Malero, Hocking, back to Malero, brilliant pass. We'll return it to Hocking. Good pressure by the Cobras, and they'll win the ball back. Farrell gives it off. Receiving is Papalia, who takes it up the court. Good ball to Zamponia, who loses it. It's back with Wilson now. Wilson rolls it short, finds Elias. Araya under pressure. And she won the ball back. The defence of the Cobras have. Now Papalia, can she get a shot off? She does well to contain possession, and almost a shot by Zamponia. I think the ball must have just been out. And that will be a United ball.
You just set up, because it's on the sub.
And it'll be taken by Emma Elias.
Drop off enough to make him play short, yeah? Step up a little. Press, Rika, press.
Under pressure, good pressure by the Cobras defensively.
That ball, just in shape
Balatsok
again.
did well.
It's last off you, Rika. It's last off you.
And that'll be last touch off of Balatsok, and that's a United ball.
Hot step. Follow, Rika.
Nice move down the line. Here's a chance. Jimenez, good ball through. Hocking, can she get a shot off? No. Well done by the Cobras getting back on defence. And that'll be off the Cobras, but they did well to thwart that attempt off. Elias cuts it into the middle. Now under pressure. Zamponia might win this. She can't, but she now does. In fact, she didn't go for it in the end. Still the Cobras with an opportunity. Balatsok turns it over through the middle. Nice idea, but not enough power behind the ball. Elias on the counter. And the block made there. That was EJ Silva with a block. And that's Hocking losing it. Touch betrayed her. Here's Balatsok. Slattery defending. Gives it off to Papalia. Now she's under pressure, and is it won by United? Well, the battle was won, but the Cobras will keep the ball. Balatsok. Zamponia. Good ball through, just out of the reach of the intended target, Balance-Op. Hocking. That's to Elias. Elias, good ball through. Slattery. Hocking. Slattery again, Hocking again. Combining a number of times. Now Elias under pressure. Ball into middle doesn't work. Balance-Op. Now a chance on the counter. Here is Elias. Can she get a shot off? Chance for Araya. Big save by Farrell on a certain goal. Managed to cover that goal line brilliantly. And now that forces Araya to bring it in from touch. Dangerous, ends up with Hocking. And the big shot is wide. And the usual coach, Annie Farrell, being called on to standing goals here tonight and has done a superb job. As now Shepherd brings it up. That is a great ball. Chance for Zamponia. She'll retreat, you'd think, and go all the way back to Shepherd, who's under Elias pressure. Zamponia again. Good ball through, a nice attempt there at a spin by Papalia, but just couldn't keep the ball with a long ball here. Zamponia gets a beat on it, ends up back with Elias. Elias goes long, Farrell will take. Farrell, long ball, and cops a ball high there on that far flank, did Papalia. But she looks okay.
One each. Just step out.
Elias, Slattery. Back to Elias, who has to work for it. Now go down the line, and that's just out of the reach of Araya. Ball doesn't stay in, and the Cobras will regain possession. Brooke, good ball through to the middle. Here's a chance if she can get the turn. Big chance, and just wide there on the shot from Papalia.
Hey, pick up a player. Right shoulder,
And despite all the Cobras' dominance, United are still only down by a goal, which you'd think they'd be very pleased with if they can go into the half. With this being the scoreline, they're in this game, United. But the turnover now, Zamponia loses it, ends up back with Papalia. Retreated it to Brooke, who ends up with it again. Through to Zamponia. Can't squeeze it through Araya. Now it goes through. Chance, Brooke. Couldn't quite get enough on it. As now Hocking on the counter. She gives it to Araya, you'd think. No, she goes long. Intercepted though. Well done there by Shepherd. Almost turned over. Now it is turned over. And in came Shepherd to mop up the mess. Forcing the ball into touch. And that'll be taken here by Elias, who's looking ever threatening the longer this game goes on. She has Hocking as the easy option. Will she use it? She does. Hocking thinks to back on to Araya. Goes long instead. Not a bad idea. Slattery was in the vicinity. But ball goes between her and Farrell will now take in goals. She'll give it to Brooke. Brooke to Ranieri. Shepherd tries to turn. Dangerous. Can she keep it in? Doing very well there with Shepherd. Turns it over dangerously though. Slattery with a shot. Big save by Farrell. And now Hocking, and I mentioned earlier that Cobras have been dominant, but I must say that United have had their fair share of chances. Farrell has been made to work. Here is Hocking. Elias back to Hocking. Gets a shot off, and that's way high. Now Farrell in goals. Farrell to Cochrane. Now Ranieri. Cochrane again. Nice turn by Shepherd. Just went down at that last moment. I think the foul has been called on Elias.
No, you didn't get the ball.
A bit of conversation there between players. Debate over whether it was a foul. In comes Elias. This time she wins it. Now a chance on the counter. McGlynn, good ball through, but getting a touch in there defensively was Brooke. Elias, McGlynn, Hocking squeezes it through the middle but loses it. Brooke now decides to take off from McGlynn defending. Brooke still going, does unbelievably, and the shot's just wide. But what an effort there by Crystal Brooke. Not only did she take it down the line, but she managed to cut that ball inside and find a target. Now McGlynn, great ball by Hocking. Chance for Scambialuri if she can pounce on it, but Farrell is there. Counter-attack opportunity for Brooke. Takes off, loses it. Elias has been so good on those tackles and then turning it into a counter-attack play. But can't find the teammate there, but you've seen tonight the potency of Emma Elias, and that's why she has been up there in the stats this season for Perth United, as the Cobras will get us back underway. Ranieri to EJ Silva. Now Brooke. She has Ranieri. She uses Ranieri. He tries to take it past Elias, and Elias has been so hard to beat in this exact spot. Really all game here tonight. McGlynn, Hocking, and she tried to put a bit of a heavy touch on that to cut it inside, but the Cobras were all over it. Scambialuri defensively does well. Hocking wins it. Scambialuri can't keep it in, and that's a Cobras ball with just over 2.5 minutes remaining in this first half of futsal. Tight game here at Subiaco. 1-0 the lead for the Cobras. Ranieri. EJ Silva back to Ranieri. Now Silva again. Now she'll go with a deeper pass to Papalia. Papalia, good ball, just out of the reach though, the target.
Drop off a bit.
It's a nice idea, but Ranieri couldn't quite get onto it.
A little bit tighter, EJ. Just touch tight with her.
And Hocking will bring it in from the sideline. McGlynn waiting.
Follow Sarah! Follow Sarah!
McGlynn will go long. Good ball. Scambialuri controls it well. Hocking now, dangerous. Back to McGlynn. Elias, they've got a strong lineup at the moment on do Perth United. And that long ball though is behind Scambialuri. Zamponia. That's a good ball. That one gets through to Cochrane. Turnover though. McGlynn. Hocking loses it. And there's the finish, is it? No. Just wide, but great pressure by Papalia, earning herself that chance. But not a whole lot off, but just couldn't make the most of the chance at the end of the day. Now Hocking goes long and out.
Hey, let's get in shape before we play. Here's your option there. Well done.
They're showing that despite their ladder position, Perth United, no easy beats, and they're in this game almost halfway through it. Zamponia. Nice. A run through the middle by Silva. Cochrane tries to find a target in the middle, can't find it, and it goes straight through everyone and back to United. Now on comes Jimenez for Perth United. Involved immediately, gives it off to McGlynn. Turns it over. Chance. This should be finished, and it isn't. And what a save. I think that was Wilson getting something on it, just enough to stop the goal. And that's now a corner for the Cobras. Just over a minute remaining in the half. Here's Cochrane.
And again.
Chance still for the Cobras, and another save there by Wilson. Cochrane getting the shot. In fact, she was the one who gave it to that corner, and Papalia was on that shot, but can't quite finish it off. Cochrane defending, but Elias does well. Keeps possession, but now loses it. And that's a Cobras ball again. Zamponia gets a high touch on it. Pressured by Elias, who wins it again, as I'd mentioned a number of times tonight. Elias with a shot. Deflection, finish! Scores a level at Subiaco. Jimenez, in fact McGlynn, got that final touch. And once again, that was Emily Elias winning a big 50-50 contest. You see there, she took off on the counter, took the shot, and the deflection ended up right into the lap of Chloe McGlynn and scores a level on the eve of halftime. Silva gives it off to Papalia, tries to find Cochrane, loses it. McGlynn. Now Elias as United have some momentum. Does that stay in? I think that's off Chloe McGlynn last, and it is, and that's a Cobras possession with just over 30 seconds left in this first half of futsal. Cochrane, Silva, and came Elias. Pressure was enough for Scambrelluri to get onto it, but can't keep it in. And can either team find a way through to take the lead just before the end of the half? We're about to find out. And that's a nice idea. There was two players in the middle, but nobody able to get onto it. Lost there by Jimenez with 12 seconds to go. And the Cobras still got a chance here to take the lead back. They led for most of this half, but it looks like going into the halftime break, it's going to be a tie game. As United, you think we'll just try and run this clock out. They might go one long ball. It's Wilson, McGlynn will go long, and it's still a chance for the Cobras, cleared by McGlynn. And that'll do us for the first half. Great game of futsal and a lot of action still to come. We'll be back with you in just a few moments, so don't go anywhere.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week, Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
herself, have a shot. And a great finish there from the Dakota Ben. Oh, it picked up the error from the Cobra.
Welcome back to Subiaco for the second half of what has become a brand new ball game. For the first nearly 20 minutes of the first half, it looked like the West Coast Cobras were in control. And they were protecting that 1-goal lead for the majority of the game, and the stats right now do tell that story. 67% pass completion for the Cobras to 51 and 61% possession to 38. So the Cobras controlled most of that first half, but a late last-minute United goal has undone a lot of that hard work, and the second half is now underway with a 1-1 ball game at Subiaco. And you'd say that United do have a bit of the momentum, and they'd take a lot of confidence out of finishing that half strong. The Cobras, on the other hand, they need to reset and not let that late goal affect them, and focus on what they did well in that first half and continue down that path. As it will now be brought in by Ballot Sox. So such a fascinating second half ahead, and both teams' hopes for the rest of the season will be impacted pretty greatly by this result. 3 points so crucial in the circumstances of the ladder, as that's going to be last off of McGlynn, and it'll be brought in here by EJ Silva. Silva to Ballotsock, back to Silva. Tried to find Ballotsock again, I think, but must have just been out before Silva could get that last touch. And just a bit of a waste of a possession there by United. They'll lose that ball pretty quickly, and the Cobras will get another opportunity here. And the shot there, low, dangerous and finished. And the Cobras take the lead back. Stella Zampogna. And they only conceded a few minutes ago, but they get that immediate reply. And 2-1 now the lead. As I mentioned, they needed to reset, and reset they did at the halftime break. And the tap in there by Zampogna was delightful. United will need to bounce back again. Marlim, they've done it before, getting that equaliser, and it is now necessary again if they want to find a way to win this game, if not at least to get a point out of it. They'll bring it in from touch now. McGlynn tries to take it down the line, but too much on it, and she couldn't track it down. It'll be taken now by Ballotsock. Brooke gives it to Silva. Ballotsock back to Silva. Under pressure. Finds Brooke on the outlet. Good ball through the middle. Just in front of the target, Zampogna. And Zampogna did enough to win the ball back. Zampogna almost thought about going to Brooke. Decides not to. Nice little run by Silva. But too heavy on the touch, and happily let go there by Jimenez. And that'll be taken in goals by Wilson. Here is McGlynn. McGlynn gets it through straight back to Farrell. Zampogna, great ball. Brooke pounces onto it, shot, and that's wide, but a brilliant ball and run by Zampogna and Crystal Brooke. And they'll look to find more of those types of plays, and whilst they didn't convert on that opportunity, a few more of those and this lead could extend. Here's a turnover. Silva gets a shot off, tries to chip the keeper, does, but just too high and couldn't keep it below that crossbar. It's been a very entertaining game of futsal here. McGlynn tried to go through down the line, couldn't do it. She comes in now, makes the tackle, wins it back. Malero. Ooh, get it back here, Malero. Retreats. Through to Jimenez. Malero does well to keep the ball. McGlynn. They've got numbers, but Silva does well to win out. And Wilson will reset here for United. McGlynn through the middle. I think that was last off the Cobras, but it'll end up with Annie Farrell. Silva. Zamponia down the line. Nobody there. Easy pickings for Wilson. Now Jimenez. Long ball. Intercepted by Zamponia. One back by Malero. Marlim has no one in front of her, so she has to retreat. And does well to find Jimenez. Good ball. Malero calls for the handball. No reward. Zamponia now. Dangerously through the middle. Turns it over. Jimenez with a shot. Farrell gets a touch on it. Just enough to steer that away from goal. And that'll be, you'd think, a United ball. Nicely done by Malero, running over that ball, letting it go straight into touch, giving United a chance to reset and build. Jimenez shot, and nobody at that back post. Farrell. Silva. Silva gives it off to Ranieri, who gets it back now. Shepherd tries to take it down the line and can't. Nice idea, but execution not there. McGlynn brings it in from the sideline. Marlim couldn't get anything on it. Just an easy mistake there, which they can't afford at the moment. Perth United. Ball was moving, and that is the turnover from Sophia Papalia. McGlynn tries to take it to the outside. Ends up with Malero. Don't want to lose it in this position. They don't. Good ball by McGlynn. Marlim, big chance, and there was options everywhere. There was Marlim, there was Malero, and if they could have just maintained control, they had a huge opportunity to threaten Annie Farrell. Silva. Ranieri. Silva. Shepherd. Nice turn, but now lose it. Marlim, can she get a shot off? Tries to pass it in ball. McGlynn finishes it, and United equalise again. And Chloe McGlynn gets her second goal. At the moment, the scoreline is the West Coast Cobras versus Chloe McGlynn. There's the finish. And 2-2. And United have been so efficient. Whilst the Cobras have had all that possession and the passing, the few opportunities that United have had, they've found a way to finish. And this is a fascinating game that we are watching, especially given the last time these two teams did play, as I mentioned, it was a 7-0 result in favour of the Cobras. A very different story here tonight. That's a nice turn. Papalia loses it, and United have all sorts of momentum now. They've had 44 more passes in this game, have the Cobras, but unable to have the lead as of that last moment. The goal by McGlynn, as now the Cobras look to set up again. Shepherd, Ranieri, Cochrane. Nice attempt there on that ball through by Ranieri, but no one there. Shepherd was the nearest recipient, but it was out of her reach. Ball bubbling around a bit. Cobras with a chance. So Papalia all the way back. And happily let go there by Farrell. Shepherd goes out to Cochrane, and Ranieri tried to get that through. It'd still be a Cobras ball off the deflection. Here's Ranieri, Cochrane, Ranieri, shot goes wide. And Wilson will bring it in from goals. Long ball down the line by Malero, no one there. And she's been good though tonight, has Maria Malero. Dangerous, almost Elias getting the intercept again. She got a touch on it and they'll win the ball back. Will Perth United. McGlynn, will she be taking? She will. She has Elias. She goes for Elias. Long ball, turnover though. Now a big chance for the Cobras, and Shepherd just couldn't quite control it well enough to make the most of the opportunity. But they'll reset. Long ball, intercepted by McGlynn. Can she cut it in board, or will she take it all the way herself? Tries to go down the line. Does. Can she get there? No. Farrell did well to cut off the angle. And that will be a Cobras ball. 2-2 the scoreline with 14 minutes to go here at Subiaco. Melissa Shepherd. Great long ball, finding her target. That's with Papalia. Out to Brooke, back to Papalia. Tries to find Cochrane, but that's out of her reach. Now on comes Slattery for United. McGlynn. Can't get it past Shepherd. Shepherd still fighting. Now on the counter goes Elias. Nice bit of body work by Cochrane. Slattery. Elias behind her. Chance for the Cobras to reset again. Brooke works for it. Gets it. Down the line go the Cobras. Slattery onto it. Turnover. Papalia shot. Blocked. Save. Finished. And Sophia Papalia on the follow-up puts the Cobras back in front. It was a great save by Wilson. But the follow-up was even better there by Sophia Papalia. As you see there, puts it away with authority. Elias, Hocking, Scambulary, turnover. Chance for the Cobras, and now for the third consecutive time, United are relying on an equaliser. They need it. There's a chance though for the Cobras if they can reset, and they'll have to now. Kept in, and almost lucky that was out for the Cobras, because if it was in, United had a big chance. Here's Hocking, bringing it in from touch. She's got Elias waiting. Will she use her? She does. Back to Hocking. Slattery controls it well enough. Now goes through the middle, takes off. Still on it. Off the Cobras. Brooke does well. Now she'll take off on the counter. She'll go through. Can't find her target. Counter-attack opportunity for United now, but it's a 1-on-2. Won by the Cobras. Cochrane. Out to Papalia. Can she squeeze it through? It might go all the way in. It does. Fortune for the Cobras, gets through. Wilson got through about 3 defenders. 4-2 the lead for the Cobras, and just not what United wanted. A mistake defensively and in goals. And the Cobras make the most of it. And despite that bit of luck, the scoreboard probably does reflect the stats now. That 4-2 lead. And it'll be brought in now. Marlin with a shot, and I think Farrell got a touch on it. In fact, she may have left it. I think she will bring it in now, and the Cobras will look to now extend this lead to 3. Turnover, Marlim, another turnover, chance for the Cobras. Good ball through. Can it be finished? Just wide. Not far off the shot by Balatsok. And a timeout will be called right now by Perth United. 4-2 the lead, and they're going to need a few goals in.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week, Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
And welcome back. We are in the final stages of this game. The Cobras have a 4-2 lead. But still a lot of futsal to come.
Cobras, now please. Now.
114 to 162 passes in favour of the Cobras. And that has been partly a contributor to what is now a 4-2 lead. And soon to be 5 potentially. No, Wilson with the save. Wilson goes long. Can she get it to Scambuluri? She can. Ends up straight into her lap. Blocked by a ballot sock, but still a chance for United. They need one back. They're just going to take it 1 goal at a time and work their way back into the game. Jimenez. In fact, Elias tried to get it through. That goes out off the Cobras clearance. So it still will be a United ball. Hocking. Gets a shot off straight into Farrell's hands. Ballot sock. That's a nice touch. Brilliant touch by Zampogna. And almost finished. Not quite. But that was brilliant off the outside toe poke on the right boot. That ball get through. That's last off of Hocking. Ball stays in possession of United. Scambuluri. Hocking. Elias. No, she'll go long instead to Marlim, but out of her reach. Now on comes Silva for the Cobras. Ranieri. Now a long ball just out of the reach. Nice run though by Silva. I believe it may have been Papalia, the one to come on. But that was a nice run just out of her reach. Ranieri. Down goes Papalia and that ball straight out and now into the hands of Rachel Wilson. Who goes long. Nice defence by United. Ends up back with Silva as well. Goes all the way back. Ranieri. Nice defence by Jimenez. Zampogna. Back to Papalia. Ranieri. Papalia. Can she get a shot off? Jimenez is there defensively though. She does get a shot off and there is Jimenez. Finds McGlynn and that'll be last off her. Couldn't control the touch. And it'll be brought in now by Papalia. All the way back to Ranieri. Papalia. Good ball through. Great ball movement. This is brilliant play and just that last finishing touch wasn't there, but a great 3 or 4 ball passing string. And speaking of passing string, 6-0 in favour of the Cobras this evening. It's not easy to combine in a strong league a number of passes together, but the Cobras, both in the men's and the women's, do it very well. That is a brilliant run by Papalia all the way through, but saved by Wilson and almost finished, catches the post. Papalia. In fact, Zampogna on that shot at that back post. Great effort by the Cobras that just weren't able to finish. McGlynn tries to squeeze it through, turns it over though. Now a chance, Ranieri. And Papalia frustrated that she couldn't get onto it. And we are just over the halfway mark of this second half. Ranieri finds Papalia, nice spin, keeps possession, uses Silva. Silva down the line. Ranieri. Supa-Liga, and that's out of the reach of Zampogna. .50-50 contest here. Nice fight by Malero, and the hold will be called, and no complaints. A bit of a professional foul there by EJ Silva. The yellow is given. Probably not the worst result, given that they were out there and Malero would have had a big chance, one-on-one with Farrell. Now a free kick is forced. Here is McGlynn. Will she go for it? She's got Jimenez and Elias waiting, as well as Malero. McGlynn with a shot, and it was a good one at that, but the save was better by Farrell. McGlynn with another shot, and that one's not close. Too high, but a couple opportunities going begging there for United. Farrell to bring it into play. Brooke. Under a bit of pressure now, indecisive. Manages to keep it and does well. Shepherd down the line. Supa-Liga. And that goes out into touch. But Supa-Liga will keep possession. She'll use Cochrane. Back to Supa-Liga. Brooke. Supa-Liga. Combining a few times. Nice couple step overs. Brooke now. Uses Shepherd. They'll lose it here, the Cobras, and that's going to be a United ball. Do not go anywhere after this game. We've still got two huge games to come, both in the men's Supa-Liga. The Condors Futsal Club taking on South Perth Alliance next, to be followed by Inter Perth versus Braza, and a chance for the Cobras to score another one, and just wide. Nice effort, nice build, nice defence. Everything was good. The finish just wasn't quite there by Supa-Liga. Jimenez. Some dangerous movement by United, but they do well, and Elias takes off. Turnover. Brooke has all sorts of space for Supa-Liga. Still going, and I thought she had beaten McGlynn there, but just that last touch was too heavy and went straight over the goal line. Long ball by Wilson. Great defence there by Shepherd. Brooke couldn't control it. Elias takes off explosively. Shepherd wins it almost, has she? She got that crucial touch in there. Brooke, can she keep it in? No. Ball just kept on running away from her, and she could not keep it under control. Malero tries to get it through to McGlynn, but too much on it, and you'd think that Farrell actually does easily gets to that one. But nice idea by Malero, and McGlynn wasn't far off. He'll be brought in now by Elias. She gets a shot, big save by Farrell. Big chance by McGlynn, and they are the opportunities that United are going to need to keep on taking, and eventually they might be able to squeeze one through, and if they can get within one goal, they can just make the Cobras a bit nervous, and the game will be on. Malero from the corner. Jimenez, almost a deflection, and that was dangerous, but Farrell, sure-handed. Brooke takes it, ends up going straight to Jimenez, who steps over it with ease, and Wilson will look for the ball and bring it back into play. McGlynn, turnover, chance, Brooke. You'd think one goal for the Cobras would be that dagger. That would be too far to overcome for United. A goal for United, and it's anyone's ball game. But they can ill afford another Cobras goal. Can United, as Brooke came flying in defensively. Wilson, though, cleans it up. Long ball intercepted by Shepherd, who couldn't control it. Now she controls it better. Cochrane. Brooke Cochrane again. Ball goes through to Papalia. And she'll go to the target in Shepherd. Nice pressure by McGlynn here. And does well, but that'll laugh be off her. Papalia comes off, as does Brooke and Cochrane. For the Cobras, 3 substitutions made. On comes Zamponia.
Where you are, please. Play.
EJ Silva also on now for the Cobras, as is Ballotsock. And here is Silva. Silva to Shepherd. Ballotsock. Shepherd tried to get it through. Silva was waiting, but a touch in there from McGlynn denies her. Ballotsock to bring it in from the sideline. Just under 7 minutes remaining, and United still got plenty of time, but they'd want to get moving quickly. There's a shot. Block made by Elias, who is showing her fitness. She's played a lot of minutes in this game. Crucial turnover by McGlynn, almost punished, and it'll just need to be cleared, and that right there is a massive let-off after a turnover. Gifted the Cobras an easy shot. Straight to Wilson. Silva. Ranieri. Ballotsock. Silva, does it get to her? It does, but the pass straight now out of bounds and into United's hands. Into United's feet. McGlynn. And they keep possession there. Might be a handball, and it's called on Ballotsock. McGlynn will take, and she's shown she's got a lot of power in that right boot. And this might be a bit too much to ask, but she might just have a crack anyway. Another option is going out wide right to Jimenez. Jimenez is waiting, and she could get a shot off. She'll take the shot herself, and just wide. Six minutes remaining in this game of futsal. Turnover by Ballotsock. Chance McGlynn, and she finishes it. Annie Farrell got a touch on it, but couldn't get enough of that ball. And just like that, it's 4-3. And United just won't seem to go away. We'll be back with you in just a minute.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week, Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
And welcome back, 4-3 here. It's been goal for goal. Cobra just got out to a 2-goal lead, but that last goal from United has brought them back to 4-3. And if United do win this game, they will go to 10 points. They will jump into Perth. They will move into 5th place. If the Cobras win this game, they will stay in 4th, but they will tie South Perth Alliance in 3rd place on 19 points and only 3 points behind Cobras. So the Cobras, who have a game in hand, need to win this game, and right now United are giving them a massive run for their money. Elias out to McGlynn, long down the line, Slattery loses it, and that's a Cobras ball. Be taken here from EJ Silva, gives it off, long ball by Brooke, no one there. And 2 times in this game have United been able to equalise. Will they be able to do it for a 3rd time? That ball by Elias just wide, and she's not happy with herself. It's a Cobras ball. This is really anybody's game. Elias off to McGlynn. Good ball to Hocking. Just couldn't get the accuracy on the pass. Slattery was waiting. Hocking went first time on that pass. Couldn't quite keep it down the line she wanted, but they are threatening massively right now. They haven't had the possession, they haven't had the passing, but they're in this game and they have had a fair few opportunities that they've absolutely just made the most of. McGlynn thinks about going down the line. Now she does. No one there. And that will be a Cobras ball to be taken by Shelby Cochran. In fact, it'll be, yes, it will be taken by Cochran. Long ball by Brooke, turns it over. Elias down the line, still going, now loses it. Zamponia through Silva, chance, and big save made off the shot by Silva. Corner though to be taken. Cochran gives it off. Long ball, and that looked dangerous for a second. The shot by Zamponia there. But United seemingly do have the momentum. Can they make the most of it? Will the Cobras strike back? Hocking down the line, turnover, and here is that chance for the Cobras. Foul called, and down went Slattery. McGlynn to take. McGlynn goes long, cleared by the Cobras, but United will regain possession. Or retain possession, in fact. McGlynn, good ball through the middle. Hocking loses it, but in a very similar spot to a moment ago. United will retake. McGlynn goes quick this time. Nice little kick over the head by Elias. Ends up with Hocking. Back to McGlynn. Long ball, and it might go in! Chloe McGlynn remarkably has equalised the game. It's gone over everyone. The defence and Farrell. And it is 4-4 at Subiaco. What a remarkable game of futsal. And the Cobras now, it's up to them to strike back. Unbelievable. Here's a chance. Papalia loses it. It'll be off Hocking and she'll keep possession. Chance now. Back post. Cleared by Elias. Now the Cobras have got to strike back. They can't panic. Ball from Brooke. Elias wins it. Backheel by McGlynn. Cleared there by Papalia. And that's going to be a United ball still. Hocking. Long ball, but no one there. Long ball by Farrell. Let go by Ranieri. Still fighting. Slattery now. 2 to beat. And you'd think that's going to be a Cobras ball. It is. In fact, it's a United ball. Last off of Ranieri. What a game. Hocking. Elias. Long ball. Gets through to McGlynn. Massive. Massive chance goes begging. And the Cobras survive. That'll be off of... And I did think it was off of Farrell, and it is. And that's a corner for Perth United with just under 4 minutes to go. If that was off Farrell, that might have been saving a certain goal. What a moment. McGlynn will be waiting here. Ball goes long and out of the reach of Elias, and the Cobras retake possession. Here's Brooke. Brooke to Papalia. Papalia back to Brooke. Can she turn her defender? She can. Beats Elias. Still going Brooke, but McGlynn gets there defensively. Crystal Brook with a shot and wide. And Wilson in goals. Off to Hocking. Under pressure. And very lucky that it wasn't a turnover from a United point of view, because if Ranieri could have controlled that, they were out, the Cobras. But they've still got plenty of time, both teams, to break this deadlock. Cochrane goes long. Brilliantly controlled and passed by Papalia, who wins it back. And just behind Cochrane. Elias, nice little flick up and kick. Turns it over though. Ends up with Silva. Silva loses it. Chance on the counter. Elias, 2 to beat. Still going. Nice idea, but couldn't hook it around enough for McGlynn. Thought that was going to be a side ball. It'll be Farrell though in goals. Long ball and big head by Elias, stopping Papalia. And here is Papalia. Can she get a shot off? She can't. In came Elias, getting a crucial touch. Does this ball get through? No. It'll still be a Cobras ball. It'll be taken here by Cochrane from the sideline. Cochrane, chance wide. Shot there from Sarah Ranieri. Not a bad attempt, but couldn't keep it on target. Wilson, off to Malero. Nice movement down the line, doesn't stay in. Call is that the whole ball wasn't out, and Wilson will take. McGlynn tried to go down the line, loses it. Silva just brilliantly gets a shot off. In fact, it was a pass. Elias wins it. Counter, turns it over. Another chance. Cochrane, shot blocked by Hocking. Chaos. And that'll be last off of Ranieri. 2.5 minutes remaining. One mistake could prove to be the difference in this game. And there is one. Here's a chance. Ranieri resets. Off to Cochrane. Cochrane. Ranieri will keep possession. Long ball. Turns it over. Cleared by Malero. Cobras retain possession with just over 2 to go. Farrell gives it off to Ranieri. Dangerous. Brook does well. Great touch. Gives it out to Cochrane, who also does well. Hocking gets a boot in there. That'll stay with the Cobras. They're doing a good job, the Cobras, in these last 60 seconds or so to keep possession. 1 minute 50 remaining in this game. Hocking, can she get a shot off? She does! And I think it caught the woodwork. I think it caught the post. What a chance going begging for United. Farrell, Ranieri, Brook controls it. Long ball by Cochrane. We'll end up with Wilson. Another chance for United now. She'll give it off. Malero. McGlynn. Hocking. Elias. 1.5 minutes to go now. McGlynn. Long ball through Malero, just out of her reach, and Farrell will take. Few subs made for the Cobras. Silva and Papalia on. Here's a long ball. Silva there. Papalia there, in fact. Nice defense by both teams. Down the line goes Elias. Turnover. They'll keep possession though. Will United. Hocking, McGlynn. Now Silva, can she keep it? She does. Does well. Now loses it. Elias. Hocking. Goes long. Just out of the reach. And that was Malero there, but couldn't quite get to it. Farrell to take. under 1 minute to go. Brooke almost turns it over. She has. Chance for McGlynn. McGlynn in the corner. Brooke now on the counter. Now go the Cobras. They'll keep possession. Silver. Big chance. Brooke can't control it. Cleared and a corner ball. My goodness, Milero cleared it. Brooke had the opportunity, but they are not out of harm's way yet, United. A corner for the Cobras. It'll be taken by Brooke. Zamponia and Silver waiting nearby. Zamponia, shot wide. Now will United go quick, or will they try and build? They'll go quick. McGlynn is there, controlled it brilliantly. Still going McGlynn, she goes down, no foul called. Papalia on the counter. Off to Zamponia. Good long ball through. Chance for Silver, big collision with the keeper. And cleared. Still a chance for the Cobras, under 20 seconds to go. Brooke will bring it in. Can one team make the most of their opportunity in this last 20 seconds? Here's a turnover. McGlynn, Hocking, controls it well. McGlynn still. They're running out of time. There's 9 seconds to go, almost a turnover. Who is that off? It's off of the Cobras. And that might be the Cobras' last chance. You would think, and the ball was moving, was it? Big reprieve for the Cobras. The ball was moving, 5 seconds to go. Papalia. Brooke, down the line, is it kept in? It's not. There's 2 and just over 2 seconds to go. You'd think it's going to be a draw now. United, it'll take a miracle for them. They're going to have to go long, and they're going to have to rely on some sort of a miraculous finish. I don't know if the ball can get there in time. Wilson, Elias goes long, and that will do it. What a game of futsal. Thank you for watching. We'll be with you very shortly for a big game to come.